Trang, studying in medicine at Wheaton University. To start my debate, let's see some photos. I have a question. What do you think when you see some photos? Yeah, I guess on slide we think, oh my gosh, I want to have a girlfriend like her. And all the girls will have extraterrestrial and decide to become more beautiful. With the development of science today, the desire to look better is realized by, let's call it surgery. So why could we ban the cosmetic surgery to hurt those dreams? In my opinion, I disagree with the idea non-essential cosmetic surgery should be banned. We have many reasons to protest against banning cosmetic surgery. There are many issues relating to individual societies trouble when we ban cosmetic surgery. Isolate some students of the classes K20, YDH, A and 7 to consult their personal opinions. And I also have a poll on my Facebook. Here are the results. As you see, nearly 70.67% of students who have been surveyed, an impressive figure, agree with me. It also means that they disagree with non-essential cosmetic surgery should be banned. Because what are the reasons make many people sway on that idea? Let me show you. Firstly, there are many people all over the world want to improve not only their faces but also their bodies, and they did not hesitate to perform surgery. This is the top 10 countries famous for plastic surgery in 2013 by International Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery. As you can see that the USA leads the list with 3,996,631 cases, and the total value of operation amounted to $12 billion. Moreover, according to the survey by Association of Aesthetic Surgeons in 2011, about 13 million people have committed surgery in the world. In terms of a percentage of the population, South Korea at the top of evaluating 77 people over 100 had a beauty surgery. That figure in US just a 1 over 100. It's true that a lot of people want to improve their appearance. If the government ban, which means they are going to gain the vision with majority of citizens. In Vietnam and Korea, there are some programs to support the workers performing surgery, such as the trend line on VTV2 channel in Vietnam and Let's Beauty in Korea. I'm pleased to see the picture of the girl before cosmetic surgery on the newspaper of Korea. Radiant happiness on their face when being transparent is so emotional, and I support programs like that. Secondly, everyone has the right to choose what they want to do, as long as it's not against the law. According to the United States Declaration of Independence in 1776, Thomas Jefferson, the third U.S. president, said, "We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men have created equal, that they have endowed by razor and certain unalienable rights, that among these the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness." We all understand that cosmetic surgery is a form of pursuit of happiness. In addition, Article 12 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights wrote, "No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with his privacy." Banning cosmetic surgery is a violation of human rights and against the United States Declaration of Independence. Next, I want you to see the photo about plastic surgery statistics report of ASPS. On the figure increased in 2014. Both female and male more and more tend to plastic surgery. Please pay attention to the total cosmetic surgical procedure in 5 regions in the world, all of which are here numbers. And did you know $20.9 billion was spent on cosmetic surgery in the US in 2013? Because it's important in the economy, banning cosmetic surgery will reduce the income of nations from this smallest industry. Finally, the big problem with the idea non-essential cosmetic surgery should be banned is how essential cosmetic surgery or non-essential practice cosmetic surgery. If the government enact the law, they must have a clear guidelines in specific cases. It is difficult to distinguish what is necessary or not necessary because each of us have our own personal reason for cosmetic surgery. Who we are to decide what others must do. From the reason, I would like to insist once again that non-essential cosmetic surgery shouldn't be banned. Thank you for your listening.
Hey guys, so in my opinion, I agree with this title. Everyone likes to be more and more beautiful day by day, but it is too dangerous if we do that and it's not necessary for our life. Some people, they have facial or body deformity like cracked palate, no chins. They are the person who really need to do that because it's influence to their life. So why I agree with this opinions? First, is cosmetic surgery safe? Absolutely not. So there's also the risk of wound infections, bleeding, and scarring, but these are rarely life-threatening or long-term. Say Professor Simon K., consultant plastic surgery and member of Plastic Association, just rarely, not 100%. Second, the secure of the plastic surgery follows. If the surgery is successful, okay, nothing to talk. But if it is not, it's effect forever. Bruising, caseations, facial disfigurements, cannot control sensory and emotional, implant the body. And leaking silicone breast implant having a wide spread can lead to that. So study published in 2001 by scientists at the National Cancer Institute raised questions about the long-term safety of breast implant. And one study found that women who had silicone breast implant for at least 8 years were twice as likely to die from brain cancer, 3 times as likely to die from blood cancer, and 4 times as likely to commit suicide. Result from IGP.org. And nearly 24% of English people go to do cosmetic surgeries and have caseations after and during surgeries. Result from IGP.org. And I will show you guys a clip. Okay. This clip is people are sharing a clip that some surgeons are taking down a yellow liquid from a woman's breast implant. And she did this 10 years before and now they make her hurt. So she comes to a general hospital in Ho Chi Minh City for taking this liquid out. But until now, the doctors still don't know what the liquid is. So, can you dare to go to the cosmetic surgeries? It is too dangerous, right? So I will stop it now. Okay? And this is some photos of surgery, cosmetic surgeries. And thus, nowadays, beauty needs are increased, and plastic surgeries are not cheap. People train to do outside. That means many no diploma centers develop. So in Vietnam, on November 2013, a woman went to plastic surgeons for silicone breast implant in Hanoi City. Unluckily, she died on the surgical bed, and it was not the end. After she died, the surgeon brought her dead body to the river and threw it. And until now, they still haven't found her body. And for cosmetic surgery can psychologically damaging. According to American Psychiatric Association, the researchers found that patients who are dissatisfied with surgeries may require repeat procedures or experience depression and adjustment problems, social isolation, family problems, self-destructive behavior, and anger toward the surgeon and his or her staff. And we have one funny accident that a girl who named Tai Huyen, a woman who named Tai Huyen who lived in Gongchu, China, had an accident, a funny accident that her silicone breast moved from her breast to her back, after that to her belly. And from about that we copy and in 2013, Victoria Melbourne Water, 44 years old, a teacher suicidal because of the terrible life and pain after doing surgeries in the one of famous English hospital. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you for the opinion of the girl who lies about her. On her side, I recognize cosmetic surgery has many risks, but nobody is forcing anybody to undergo plastic surgery. It is their choice to take. Therefore, they have to be responsible with their decisions, and we must respect it because every person has own opinion and choices. Instead of prohibition, we can find some solution to overcome. Technology in surgery and implant is so far for improving. We can perform surgery at the research center hospital to prevent this. Next, the cosmetic surgery has some negative side effects such as addiction, illegal practice of treatment, and so on. However, more of these are consequences of the individual choices based on personal design. Therefore, this problem would not be disappear if the cosmetic surgery is banned. If we ban it, cosmetic surgery will flourish on a black market. It will still happen. It will be very expensive and therefore only available for the rich. And it will be more dangerous, and it will be by a ridiculous doctor outside of the safety precautions of legal environment provides. That's my opinion. Thank you.
So, as she said that each event we are destroying their dream. So how about the debt? How about the casations? Do you want to exchange your dream to your life? So if banning is called human rights violation, so people die because of the disfigurement or cosmetics, we call what? In some countries, they realize that this problem is very important, so they have some law. The state, for example, the state of Queensland in Australia has a ban on teenagers having plastic surgeries. This prevents anyone under 18 having cosmetic surgeries unless it is the correct deformities or disfiguring issue from RGB.org, and they can do it. And England is doing that law too. So that's my opinions. Thank you.
So there are a lot of arguments concerning cosmetic surgery. Some people even argue that it should be banned. However, the fact that cosmetic surgery is still work practice globally point out that the advantages significantly outweigh the disadvantages. A comment on debasewhy.org is that this freedom issues with cosmetic surgery is particularly important to women who have historically been substituted by men their body is regarded by all and for the use of men. Cosmetic surgery, the ultimate control over one's body, perhaps the latest stay in the emancipation of women and their ability to decide what happens to their body. Cosmetic surgery is empowering. And in the world we live today, we are constantly judged by our physical appearance. If you were born with a beautiful appearance, thanks God. Please thank God for your luck and empathize with those less fortunate than you instead of pouring on them. Please support me and encourage them to find self-confidence, joy of life by making her more beautiful on with artificial beauty. Up to now, I still think that cosmetic surgery shouldn't be banned. Thank you.
So I agree with her that we should distinguish that which is essential and which is not essential. It depends on the situations or the government, not just only facial deformities is essential. But if you want to do cosmetic surgery, please consider carefully. Should we pay for the risky thing? Imagine that cosmetic surgery is an investment. We invest to something. Of course, we have profit. So what should we have? What will we have when we invest to cosmetic surgeries? Beauty, glossy appearance, or just painful? So come on. The important thing is your soul, is your brain, not in your beauty, not in your appearance. We cannot keep our beauty last forever, but we can. But our soul can, our brain can. That's all. Thank you for listening.